Unless we're talking about like Brood War, I don't know what games you're talking about. Like,
I don't know what games he's talking about. He just pulls out these obscure facts, and you know what? We do our best. We do our best.
how many of our viewers were born before the year 2000? I wonder.
Some of them. Is that a factor the question? Do I have to
Yes.
answer the exact?
Please know our
decimal
demographic
point?
exactly.
Oh, yeah, a bit of a struggle.
I'd
Okay.
say like 25%.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, 1999 counts, right? So that's not that old. It's, what, 27 this year?
Let's stop talking about ages, man. This is too real. It's too painful. We're gonna start off the draft in a similar manner, except this time it is HLE who are first pick. Bans have gone somewhat similarly, but now they have this position where last time Kiwoom DRX banned Vayne here. Aurora ban comes through. So we have the Rumble open and available, which I assume Kiwoom DRX are going to ban. And then maybe we get the first pick. Annie has been pretty popular. That's what I'm feeling from the Aurora pick. But also, we used to see Aurora in Rumble. Yeah, they banned Yone, so not wanting to play against like Yone Rumble, thinking that would be really a big problem, especially as Zeka is so proficient on the Yone. I assume it's just going to be the Rumble first pick.
Yeah. You're giving one of the best, if not the best, top laner currently in the LCK, Rumble, which is the most broken top laner. Now, we did see Doran perform really well on Yorick into the Rumble in our first series.
I just hope this is not the Ambessa response. We have seen that. It has not convinced me. It has not worked very well. And it got nerfed. So, perhaps not. I feel like Rich could just pick a tank into it. I know we've seen some of the Rumbles
or a
farm up, or Anivia. You know, we've seen Anivia into it. This is a triple flex. I mean, that we know of.
Yeah.
Jungle Anivia?
No.
No.
I thought about it for a second. I'm like,
so Anivia coming out, based on the fact they picked that Rumble, I expect it to be leaning towards top lane, but we don't know for sure. Could just be mid. And then looking to pick up a bot lane for LazyFeel and Andil, but only able to get the Lucian now. Lucian Milio's been really the premier duo. So we'll see if they get their hands on that, or if HLE want to deny it and pair Milio up with something else.
Well, they're going to get Vi because Willard decided to not pick that in lieu of getting a very strong bottom lane. But, you know, he saw Siu struggle on the Rumble because he had to deal with the Yorick lane, but also because there was no setup for the Rumble. But if you're getting Vi, which is basically the best setup you can get, and Zeka's playing Ahri with the Vi.
Yeah, you could have gone Vi Ahri, Vi Annie. I think both of these would have worked really well. This Rumble Vi Ahri topside is like nightmare fuel for a short-range AD carry, say a Lucian. Not going to have a fun time. And they go for the Annie pickup, which means it's not Anivia in the mid lane. Still could be top, still could be support. But the problem is, by going Annie and Anivia, I don't think Lucian and Anivia is a very convincing lane. And if I'm HLE, I just ban Milio and Nami, and then you're good to go.
Yeah. I feel like we've had a bit of a stumble here in this draft.
Yeah.
I think Kiwoom DRX have really put themselves in a rough spot. They're like, you know, game one was a bit too easy. Let's give ourselves a challenge by drafting this and giving Hanwha Life eSports maybe, just maybe, the best 3 champions in terms of synergy you can get on the top side of the map.
Caitlyn Jin going to be the bans, taking away some of those longer ranged AD carries that we know Gumayusi is very proficient on. There's still picks like Yanara available, Corki options. Even the Ashe, actually, Ashe Seraphine is...
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, oh, God.
Oh, Kiwoom DRX. That's not Nami.
Maybe the thought process is we can just kill Nami and get a free reset on the Ahri. Yeah. That could be the angle. I imagine if you want to see the enemy bot lane, you just pick a jungler here. Maybe keep the theory off the Anivia as a flex. We've seen Lisa and Annie be pretty strong. And honestly, Annie into Ahri feels like a good matchup. They're just going to slam Ashe Seraphine. Oh my. This composition.
I don't think we've seen a team this good, or any team, get a comp this good yet.
The thing is,
in the LCK.
I know Ahri on the highest prio picks, but
It's
I just think for how HLE like to play.
That too.
For how they like to play, the team fighting this composition has is a little bit absurd. They're just going to dive you. They're just going to explode you. So,
did you see Andil's face?
He's like, what can I play here that won't get one shot?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think there's any options that are range champions. And I think if you go melee, you just get blasted out of the lane, and the Lucian never really scales up. So, there you go for the Lucian Nami. This is going to be a tough time in the bot lane. They have the Anivia top. Our suspicions were correct. So their solo lane matchups are better. But to me, this game is very much one where you need to snowball hard if you're Kiwoom DRX. Because I had some criticisms of HLE's draft in game one. Felt like they didn't really give themselves the tools. They have the whole toolbox in this game. And it is full to the brim with all sorts of spanners and other assorted such tools. Screwdriver.
A hammer.
Yeah, useful. Tape measure.
What else? Yeah, tape measure is a good one.
Yeah. A bow and arrow for some reason, because they have Ashe.
Yeah.
Not sure why that'd be in a toolbox, but
you never know when you have to, put a rope attached to something on the ceiling that you can't really, or you have like a river through your house, so you kind of need to get a rope over it and, use a bow and arrow for that.
Ah, yes. What a realistic scenario.
Obviously, yeah. I do that all the time.
Do you keep a bow and arrow in your toolbox?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't?
No, I haven't thought of this. I actually don't have a river through my house, so I don't
okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, Kiwoom DRX say we're going to have a fun game, and maybe it goes to game 3. That's okay, because our fans will enjoy a third game. Let's jump onto the rip for game number 2. Oh, here we go. Oh, Andil. Make 2 flashes.
Okay, so on the one hand, 2 flashes for 1 seems positive, and HLE's bot lane are going to be later lane. However, Andil went Q level 1. I'm going to be honest, Nami bubble, I don't think feels like too much of a real ability in this lane matchup. Especially when you don't have the slows to set it up. Like, I don't think they should be getting hit by this. So I think they can just walk up and auto-attack LazyFeel Andil down.
But what if they do get hit by it? Guma's going to have to barrier.
It expires and they just auto-attack them down.
Yeah, LazyFeel also barriered. And we got heals traded. So yeah, not going to amount to too much. And it does look like both these bot lanes should hit level 2 as well. So not a huge deal.
So now Andil's gone E. No W available still. Which is obviously big in these early trades.
I mean, LazyFeel's just going forward, and Guma is taking a lot of damage, but so is LazyFeel. That's another bubble to come down, and guess who's here?
Oh,
it's Willer.
He's so
level 3.
Dead. He's 100% dead.
He doesn't have flash. He's just dead, and even Delight as well. He gets hit by the Sonic Wave. It's 2 kills as Willer will die to Seraphine, but still worth it for the side of Kiwoom.
You know, when you have a bot lane that you have something like Ashe Seraphine, we have seen the greatest responses to it just be to gank it early.
Yeah.
Level 3 gank. Ashe Seraphine wants to push up, wants to trade aggressively, and especially with the Nami starting bubble, feels like prime opportunity to make something happen. Delight misses the root, which would have been a stun as well there. Bubble also connects from Andil. And then H are like, okay, let's fight fire with fire. Let's step up. And then Willer slides in. 2 hits to kill Guma. Lands a Sonic Wave before Delight flashes.
Yeah.
And then even though he goes down, could have flashed, by the way, to live, but saves it.
He said...
Oh.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah, he gives the kill over to Delight, but he saves his flash. Could have just flashed out of the tower range and guaranteed he didn't take the hit. I'm not saying that that was necessarily the active decision where he said, oh, I will die here and save it. But it does mean he still has that summoner available now. They are looking mid.
Yeah, Kanavi doesn't want to be outdone as the charm is going to land, and I think that's just it for Ucal, though. He lands the stun, and he's actually fine. Willer's right there after clearing the top side of his jungle. Flash on in, Ucal just dies. Not sure why he was in range of the flash Q.
Yeah,
but he was.
Disrespectful, I think it's safe to say.
It's kind of like Zeka in game 1 where he's like, oh, it's okay, I have Bard here. Let me just walk up to the Nautilus.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's going to be the route to come down, but the bubble into Guma means that the trade is actually fine. Flash on in and LazyFeel! Oh, he's not able to get it. So close. He does level off the wave, by the way, and I think that barely keeps him alive. And guess who's coming? It is Willer. Oh, this is so close.
Yes, flash, but I don't think he can get. Oh, but Delight.
Delight's dead. I mean, there's no flash here for the Seraphine. It's just okay. He's able to kind of get into the wave, but the Q is still going to land, and Willer hops on over. Guma's like, oh, hello. Looking for the kill is Guma, and he will pick it up under the turret as the fans in Vietnam go wild.
A risky play from Guma to move back in when Willer has flash, but he had the barrier in pocket, and he's able to clean up the kill, so a good move to kind of mitigate some of the issues that have been occurring thanks to his earlier ganks. Andil's been super sharp on these bubbles. I feel like Bubble's such an inconsistent ability, quite hard to hit in a lot of these lanes. And he's just been on point, and there LazyFeel's so close to being in range.
And Guma didn't have the barrier at that moment.
Yeah, didn't have it then. Backs off. Willer goes, okay, we'll go for Delight instead. And then you have to retreat through the minions, and Guma walks up and he's like, yeah, I'm good. I have barrier as well. If Willer gets his Sonic Wave back, I think he can just kill him through barrier, but did not get the cooldown in time.
Guess who's bot again? It is Willer. The bubble is going to miss. And we also have Kanavi level 6 in the bottom lane, ready to go. Willer going to hop back, but there's the ult from the Vi. Delay a little bit low. Guma trying to follow up here, and LazyFeel with that mobility is going to have enough to get away, but Andil not in a great spot. He has his flash, but he just elects not to use it. Goes down, as this time Kanavi's there to protect the bot lane. Rich?
This is one of the things with spending so much time ganking, is obviously if you can set your lanes into a good position, that's great, but Kanavi has just been, I mean, he hasn't just been, but he's been farming up a storm.
Yeah, Rich is going to go egg here.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, he's okay. Do you see the crystalline overgrowth proc there? But yeah, Kanavi's been farming up a storm. He comes into that counter gank with level 6, and there's not a ton that trio from Kiwoom DRX can do up against the Vi. We'll see a replay off that here. So big things are that the bubble doesn't connect this time. Flying Gumayusi able to dodge away, and then when Willer goes in, Kanavi's immediately there to disrupt. Ults LazyFeel knocks Willer kind of into the alcove. The root from Delight doesn't connect, but the bubble once again misses, and Andil is the sacrifice. So much sustained damage and threat from this Ashe Seraphine that if you're not connecting your skill shots, if you're not bursting them down, they'll just run you down like that.
Yeah, I think there was a moment when LazyFeel dashed away that maybe Andil could have just, you know, followed him, and if they continued onto him, he could have just flashed away, but when he went back in to look for something, you know, extra damage or whatever it was, he got too close, and you get volleyed, and at that point, if you flash, you're not really going to get away, and your team is not able to help you, so unfortunate moment for Andil. You see Guma is ahead about 500 gold, the biggest lead here on the Rift at the moment. Definitely helps that he killed the Lee Sin.
So I said how both solo laners, I was a little concerned about the matchups for HLE. Obviously, we did see that gank on a Ucal, but Zeka's doing pretty well. But Zeus is ahead in this matchup in the top lane. So kind of doing crazy work on this Rumble into a ranged matchup where the Anivia kind of just controls a lot of the pace of the lane. Especially now level 6 has been achieved. But Zeus still having a lot of pressure. In fact, Rich just reset. Also, something to note, no cleanse from Kiwoom DRX, bot lane.
I was just thinking the same thing, and it's a bit of an issue as now they are going to dash forward into that after the arrow does hit.
You can see the apprehension, concern there might be a Vi around, and there is.
There is a Vi. Good look for this on to Andil, who's trying to get the angle for the flash. His flashes over to LazyFeel, and that's going to be the double encore. Catches LazyFeel, who gets caught in the crossfire. That'll be the end of the bot lane, and now maybe even Willer. Oh, that charm was
a little short.
Very sad.
Yeah, but a great encore from Delight. Oh,
Rich does not have bubble. He is going to live, though.
I mean, egg.
Yes. He doesn't have his pally bubble. Divine intervention.
Right. Anyway.
Not sure what I was thinking.
So LazyFeel gets a lot of damage down, but dashes forward, puts the burst in, but doesn't want to overcommit to the play with no cooldowns and expecting Kanavi to turn up. Kanavi is level 8, though, in this situation. Ults on Andil, who seems like an easy target. And then this ult from Delight, passing through Kanavi, and then onto the Nami, and then onto the Lucian, so it hits both targets. Just beautiful to set up those 2 kills. And I think the bot lane matchup is going to be in a rough spot now.
Yeah, definitely is. LazyFeel does not feel it, though, as he hops forward. The heal goes back on Aguma, and all of a sudden, Andil's getting really low. Look at this TP coming in. This is actually Zeka flash on in from Delight. They don't have a wave at the moment. The culling does come out. Guma getting a bit low, but they just know there's an Ahri behind them and nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Zeka picks up the double.
Perfect setup for the TP from Zeka, just to slide in. They were low enough that he could just finish them off with his ult charges and his W. Didn't need to connect a charm to make that play work.
Zeus is like, cool. Oh, no.
You know, ice is weak to fire. So, I'm not sure what's happening here, but it is working. And Zeus not going for the Deathfire Touch, going for Comet instead, which we haven't seen a lot more Deathfire Touch since the rune got introduced on Rumble. I guess maybe the long-range harpoons into the Comet could poke. So this, we obviously saw Guma get hit by a couple of bubbles earlier, but he's calibrated now. Sidesteps the tidal wave, sidesteps that bubble beautifully, and then they're forcing aggressively just to get the damage down, because Zeka's coming in. LazyFeel tries to trade back with the ult, but Zeka just slides in, lands the outward part of the Orb of Deception, and that's basically the only skill shot he needed to clean up those kills. Great setup from the bot lane duo of HLE to allow their mid laner to get a pretty sizable lead.
Yeah, it looks like Willer was spotted on that Tribrush ward. Kanavi also spotted as he walks into that ward.
If I'm Kiwoom DRX and I know Kanavi is there, I don't think I opt into this play. They have brought Ucal over, so an extra member. That could be the difference maker, but he is backing away. LazyFeel, I feel like, was just existing there in a very precarious position, which is within Q flash ult range of Kanavi is a precarious position, because you know he would.
Well, they're going to go for the fight now, as the tidal wave is there, but a lot of things go over that. Nice access to the backline, though, from Willard. Picks up the AD carry, but LazyFeel goes down, too, as the kick finally does come out, and the follow-up Sonic Wave does not connect.
So even though Kiwoom DRX are able to take out Gumayusi there, take out the Ashe, they still just lose the fight so heavily, with both bot laners going down, Kanavi and Delight connecting onto those targets. And even though Ucal moved down, just wasn't there in time to follow up on the play. It's 10 kills to 4 now, a 3k gold lead. And it's a Hextech Soul. With HLE having 2 dragons. Not what you'd like to see. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not only did Kiwoom give over this draft, but also the play has just been better from HLE, and you can see it here in this fight as well. Nami doesn't do very well into this.
Yeah, Gumayusi just get targeted and focused down, but it just doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So cleanup comes through, and yeah, this draft is so strong when it comes to team fights, so straightforward for HLE. I don't think they strictly needed to have an early lead, but they do. And now looking for Rich.
Nice flash. It's going to get him to safety for now. I say that, and he doesn't look very safe. And now he's dead, so that's kind of the opposite of safe.
Yeah, the light tanks up the tower for them to go aggressive again. We saw Kanavi punching through the turret to get the damage down. They are zoning Zeus down on the other side, but a Rumble we've seen many times before. Pretty decent at holding off. I mean, Anivia, she was even picked in lane swap meta specifically because she obviously has the egg, but it wasn't available there to help clear up the wave. Ashe arrow is coming. Misses Ucal.
Okay.
Hits Zeus, but he didn't get stunned.
Hit the turret too.
Wow.
Yeah, the
interesting.
Turret was still firing.
Why did Gumayusi try to hit his top laner? What did he mean by this?
Yeah. Trying to send a message.
Yeah.
You just don't know exactly what the message is.
The message was strapped to the arrow and it said, hi.
Yeah, Ucal is dead.
Yeah.
And, you know, they have to use the Vi Flash, but I'm certain that they do not care about that. TP is coming out here from Zeus. He's like, goodbye.
Yep.
I don't care.
Full move in position to cover bot, but also just great read that they were collapsing in on him. Gets the TP up before anyone with CC is anywhere near him. And this game, you know what, Brent, I know you were so ready for it because it'd be cool to have that, like, oh, it's been the first time since 2023. I don't think we're going to have our all 2-0 week.
Yeah, it's not happening. I mean, when we saw the draft, I think I kind of knew it from there. And, I mean, you talked about it, like, it's not like Kiwoom DRX can't win with this. It's just they put themselves in a really difficult spot.
They are in a bit of a hole.
Yeah.
I think if we talk about how they'd be able to get back in, I think they have a lot of ways to set up picks, right? They have, like, the Lucian burst, they have the Annie, CC, the Lee Sin. And you do have isolated targets. Well, not necessarily isolated, but targets who will die quickly if they are isolated, like the Ashe and the Seraphine. Vulnerable targets, I guess I should say. Gumayusi currently doesn't have Flash, doesn't have Cleanse, and there's no Mikhails from Delight. So if you land an Annie combo onto him... But the problem is, it feels like Kanavi's just being...
Okay, they're just going to throw everything into the Nami. Andil will flash away from all that after the fact.
Yeah.
Guma taking a lot of damage. Those steps up to the Lucian. Insane amounts from LazyFeel. But I suppose it's calculated. He stays alive. In goes Kanavi.
Kanavi is 2 levels up on Willa, by the way. It feels like he's just playing bouncer right now. Anytime Kiwoom DRX tries to get aggressive, he's there, watching.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's a nice wall, actually. Zeus backs away in respect.
Yeah, Zeus is up like 30 CS.
Yeah, the Rumble was given over. First and foremost, I feel like that was the first part of the draft where it was like, okay, that's, you know, we saw a good answer for it in the first series. In fact, Anivia has not been a good answer for it.
Everyone on the top side of HLE is up about 30 CS, give or take a little bit. And then bot lane has a ton of kills, both of them 3, 2, and 7. Well, Dragon up in 50 seconds. Do I think Kiwoom DRX are in a position where they can win a fight here? Probably not. Do I think they can afford to give over the Hextech Soul? Definitely not.
It's a nice stun on a Kanavi.
Yeah, we'll disrupt him, force him away. He's concerned someone else might be there and doesn't want to give over his pretty sizable bounty. Dragon up in 30. Mid lane tower being chunked out. I'm interested to see what Kiwoom DRX opt to do in this situation. Do they try and force the fight and deny Hextech Soul point? Or do they just say, guys, we're really weak and really behind, we need to scale up a bit more?
Going on in once again, LazyFeel, but everything in the kitchen sink gets thrown in his face, and Andil is going to be the collateral damage. As guess who's back? It's Kanavi. He was right there for the play. As Willer trying to get away, but he's not going to be able to. And that's a triple kill for Guma actually in the play.
Yeah, he's going to be so fed right now. He's already ahead, but going to be by a massive degree. Rich, you're going to become an omelet.
Yeah, no egg and no bubble either. So that's going to be the TP coming in. Kanavi is...
Oh my... Of course he does.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I think we can kill this guy. Let's just take the turret down, and Ucal doesn't even have Tibbers. He doesn't even have Tibbers! And he's dead!
Well, I think when I said before the game is looking like we're going to a game 3, I think it was accurate. I think understated is what I would say now based on the game state. They dash in, you know, LazyFeel tries to go aggressive, but you have no way of breaking CC, and it's an Ashe Seraphine. Like, of course, they're just going to press the buttons. And then the chase down starts to happen. Willer can't get away. Gumayusi runs him down. It is a crazy goal lead now. Zeus sets up this play as well into Rich. Flashing is bringing him down. Oh, Willer is so close to death. Okay, I know Willer's about to level up, but currently it's level 13 Kanavi to level 10 Lucian.
Yeah, it's been rough for Willer. He had a great first gank.
Zeus is like, he's level 14 to level 12.
Yeah. I mean, HLE could just back away and take the Hextech Dragon if they wanted to. Looks like they kind of just want to push the wave instead.
Maybe the mindset is this game isn't lasting another 10 minutes.
Okay, we got a Lucian on the way, and Zeus is like, well, I'll just get the kill. That was 3 autos.
Wait, Willer, I don't think...
And Willer's going in. He thinks he can get this kill. I mean, with the kick coming through, the Sonic Wave is there.
Okay.
The Lucian and the 1v1 is good.
I was a little worried if he lost that fight.
Meanwhile, we do have some Annie stuff being thrown into a level 14 Vi with 2 items of Hurt Treads. Ucal thankfully has Flash, and they're trying desperately to kill Kanavi, and they finally do! LazyFeel gonna get a nice shutdown here, but it looks like Guma is going to collect even more. 2 kills with that last auto onto LazyFeel.
Yeah, Kanavi goes super aggressive there, but sets up the kills for Gumayusi just to fire some arrows into them and clean them up. 8, 2, and 7 now on the Ashe. I think they just gave them a bit too many good picks. A lot too many good picks.
I think so.
Yeah, Zeus just melts Rich. You know, flying ice is only 2 times weak to fire.
Yeah.
But that's enough apparently. And then Willer just comes in and kicks him and follows up the Sonic Wave. Does a good job. Make sure he doesn't go down.
He's just taunting them. Like, that was so silly. But it works out.
You know, he had Flash here and he didn't use it. He just saved it. I guess he would have had to flash the Tibbers, which would be extremely difficult. So, but you could tell he wanted to.
Yeah.
Flash in. And Gumayusi just able to clean up those kills. Okay, they are going to pick up the Dragon. It's closing in a 10k gold lead. Oh, they're killing Zeus again. That's the game plan.
I mean, there's 4 of them, so I think maybe this time they can. I'm still waiting for it. I'm really not sure. He's surviving for so long, and Willer ends up taking the kill.
That's the game plan. It's just kill Zeus because we're behind. We can't really win a 5v5. And you know what? He has the least hard CC side of HLE. I think Kiwoom DRX a little bit sick of getting, oh my, LazyFeel.
Yeah, the arrow's gonna come through. Bubbles there on a Kanavi, and it does not matter.
That was a very aggressive Hex game.
It's okay because he's Lucian, and Lucian can dash over the wall.
Yeah. You know who else can dash over a wall?
Ucal.
True. Wasn't the one I was thinking of, though.
Akali.
Also true, not the one I'm thinking of.
Oh. I really am not sure who you're thinking of. Zeka is Ahri, so he's just going to run away. Willer is here, and they will respect, actually. He's getting pretty close to the Baron, trying to get in the flash. And he just gets termed and killed. Nice try from Willer. But at the end of the day, just a little bit too much to ask from him. The chase potential from this squad is big. You can see that Kiwoom DRX trying to funnel down into their own river. That's a nice wall. And it is actually going to help them get away from Zeus.
Yeah, you see Gumayusi just moved onto the mid wave. He will push down this tower. Kiwoom DRX are actually trying to... You need to take a very safe route.
Go that way. A lot of damage here in a Kanavi. Not quite able to take him down just yet. Nice play from Rich there, but yeah, you don't have access to your mid lane up against HLE with Baron.
Yeah, Delight comes in to shield him to keep him healthy. Well, as healthy as he can be. Got to be a bit careful going in the base here because Anivia's wall currently covers the entire opening of the base. Like, don't get me wrong, HLE are incredibly strong, and it is very easy for them to win a fight and the game for this position, but that is the one place where I think Kiwoom DRX are at least playing to their strengths, is if they just throw the Anivia wall down, block off the entire base, and separate HLE. That being said, a lot of... So I asked you earlier about champions could dash over wall. I was actually talking about Vi, but Ahri also can.
You know, that makes sense.
So they can just kind of go one way or the other. Kanavi has a GA, which means you can play with even more reckless abandon.
Hide on bush.
Sometimes it does feel like he plays like he spawns in with it.
I mean, it's the fake out where Willard leaves, and then they're like, oh, Rich was here. Okay. That's the equalizer. As the extension does come through on Andil, and he is not very long for this one. But Giants picked up by Zeka, by the way. Just going to get Mikhails, and now the follow-up just come through. As you're not getting away from this composition, triple kill goes the way of Guma. And the fans are going crazy for HLE.
It's a 14,000 gold lead. I think HLE were a little bit upset they lost game one. And our 2-0 streak this week will end. But the final series is going to go to 3 games. So much damage.
Yeah, 12 kills. And yeah, 16,000 gold lead. HLE look to push into the Nexus. Willer was just having a bit of fun here at the end. And they're certainly having fun with this one. Guma, no! He's going to go down right as the Nexus does as well. HLE super dominance game number 2. Kiwoom DRX certainly did give them a lot of good options, and HLE is a very strong team.
I think we came on a draft, and I think we definitely were favoring HLE quite a bit.